Hi, how's it going? I'm Aaron Hallett. I normally just write original Christian rock, and I show you my songwriting process and whatnot. But today, I decided to do a thing. I just got a new, well, it's an add-on to a plugin I already have. I usually use biasfx 2 for my guitar and bass sounds. And I was looking around, and I couldn't find any videos. Well, I found one video, but it was like pretty, well, it got the job done. Like I knew like this was available, but I wasn't sure exactly how good it would be and whatnot. So what I got was biasfx 2 with Omnyss, or however you say that. I think it's supposed to be some kind of thing where it sounds like ominous or whatever. If I open the plugin up, you get 3 amps, and I know you can go on other things and see how this interface looks and all that kind of stuff. I don't care. All I want to know is the polyphonic pitch shifting, and that's why I'm making this video, because no one else is doing it. They're like, oh, these 3 amps, and they got all these ambient sounds, and you can make it sound like a spaceship, and it does have a polyphonic pitch shifting, but I wanted to know if I can detune my guitar and if I can do it like in half-step increments, because I have a Digitech drop and I wanted to see if I can replace that, because I like just plugging into the computer. When I'm not doing my YouTube videos, I do stock music, and I need to do a lot of it in order to make anything. So I wanted this because I want to just plug in, have a sound, not have to fart around with pedals, just plug in, go. If I record something and I just suddenly want to change the key, I can just grab this thing and flip it on and go. What I'm going to do, I just have a track up. It's panned left. That's one of the amps. It's like Agrolith or whatever the heck it is. There's like a purple one, an orange one, and a white one. There's 3 amps on it and a couple effects. I don't care about any of that. I just want to try this pitch shift. It's on right now. You might actually hear my string click in standard. I'm not sure, but if I just turn it off, back on. So that's with a distorted sound. It seems like it's tracking pretty well. I want to try this with a distorted sound and with a clean sound, and also with bass. So I'm going to do kind of what I normally do in my videos, where I like just start putting a song together. I'm going to do like a really short loop song, and I think I'm going to record it in standard, then turn this effect on and just see how good it sounds. The tracking, as far as I can tell by feel, is about on par with the Digitech. I do have low latency mode on. I'm using Logic. That feels almost exactly like the Digitech to me. So basically no difference except it's software. So with that said, I've got a drum loop going. I might actually play drums, but for now I'm going to use it as a metronome. So I'm just going to play that riff I was doing to it. I'm going to do it distorted, then I'll do it clean, and then afterwards I'm just going to put the effect on. So I'll just like have it with effect off and then on, so you can just see how well the tuning sounds and if like there's any tone shift or anything, aside from just more low end because I'm tuned down. I'm gonna just start tracking this thing. I'm stupid. I've got it on. Let me turn it off on all these amps real quick. Off. So, well, at least we know it tracks well. Yeah, I was like applying it and forgot to turn it off. I suck. I think it's on the guitar solo track too. Yeah. Okay, let's try this again. Actually, I don't have to re-record that, do I? Because I got the plug-in on. Yeah, okay. Okay, right side, I just want to track it in standard, and then I want to drop tune it, because for my purpose, I want to see if when I'm doing stock music, I'm like, oh, I wish I did it in this lower key. I can just apply it. I know it tracks well, like I said. It's about the same as the Digitech, so yeah, here we go. Okay, perfect. Yeah, by the way, I got this on Black Friday. That's the only reason I bought it. I don't normally do gear review videos, but, you know, so if I'm kind of scatterbrained here, I just don't do these. Let's see, clean. This is really like a clean sound. I don't want any... Yeah, I don't want any effects because I don't want to muddy this up. I want to see if the chords ring out. other side. Okay, so got a clean dirt sound, and I'm going to copy and paste this at the end here. I'll do a guitar solo for that last one. Let me just turn the effect on and see how it tracks with the guitar solo stuff. That's not bad. Again, it just feels like I'm tracking with the Digitech pedal. I guess this is probably dependent on your computer. If you got a slower computer, it's going to be worse. A faster computer, it's going to handle it no problem, I would imagine. All right, let me just track this guitar solo. Okay, that was just like fast nonsense, but I want to see how it sounds with the effect on. Okay, let me grab my bass guitar and see how that goes, because that's one thing when I have the drop pedal, it kind of sucks on bass guitar. It works well on the guitar, but the bass is kind of glitchy and meh. So if this works with the bass, I think that means this is better than the Digitech drop. Okay, I just grabbed my bass. I got to tune up, putting the pedal on my existing normal bass track, which that's one thing to mention too. You can just pull these up and use them with the regular old biasfx 2 amps and stomp boxes, which is nice. I don't have to use it exclusively. You'll have to take my word for it. That sounds better than the drop pedal, but let's see how this sounds. I'm down like 4 steps right now to C. I could probably just go up to like, say, D and, you know, just 2 steps down and it might suddenly sound better. Let's actually find out. That was 1 step actually. It's still a little flubby, but it's... Let me see how this sounds in the mix. Oh, and by the way, when I do this, I'll put all the parts in like multiple windows and have this mix playing at the end, because right now I've got the mic on, so it's picking up the monitors. So there's a little bit of like comb filtering, I'm sure, going on. Probably minimal, but I noticed that in my usual videos because I just like write a song from scratch. But the end, like when I go to just the drums and stuff, or the vocals when I got headphones, the mix suddenly sounds better. That's why. It's because this is picking up the monitors and it just kind of like takes a big poop all over the sound quality. But anyway, let's do the bass guitar. What'd I play? Some easy, stupid thing, yeah. Okay, I'm going to be lazy and just copy paste that. All right, let me just hear this. I mean, the amps sound good. If this pitch shifting sounds not that passable, at least the amps sound good. I said I wasn't doing this to show that, but they do. All right, I'm going to turn the metronome on, and I'm going to track some drums on the kit over there. It's electronic. It's going to be using the same sample sounds I'm using, but I figure I can actually get a drum part that's not stupid for this. Just a repetitive loop. And then maybe what I'll do is when I do the video, I'll just bounce it down with the effect on. I'm thinking of this as I go. Sorry, I'm like winging this video, but I'll bounce it down with the effect off and then on. And maybe I'll even do a couple different steps. I'll see. That would be a good idea. I'll go like half step all the way down. I don't even know how low this thing goes. I think it's like 4, 6, 7. Drops an octave. Okay. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just like drop it a while. Yeah, that'd probably be better than what I was even thinking originally. All right. Sorry this is scattered. I'm just like, I'm going to turn this on and do this because I got this thing and I want to see if it works. And I figured since I couldn't find any info on whether this polyphonic pitch thing worked, I was like, I'll make a video. All right. Drums and yeah. Okay, I just finished up those drums. I think the kick drum sounds a little meh. because I was doing some faster double bass stuff. So I'm going to do the thing where I put up the multiple windows. I think what I'm going to do is I'll turn the effect completely off, then I'll turn it on, but it'll just go down here because there's like an off thing with the effect is technically on. I'm not sure if that makes much difference or not. Like, let me solo out this guitar. I'm not sure there's a difference, but I'm going to do it anyway. There's probably zero difference. Yeah, so I'll bounce this down completely off, then off at standard tune, or at standard tuning with the effect on. Then half, whole, minor third, major third, all the way up to an octave. You can also do things where you can like add in octave effects like high and low octave. You have a mix knob with, I'm not sure that does anything except make this pedal go in and out, but it might be something to do with the high and low octaves on the right and left side, but I'm not sure. I'm mostly worried about drop tune. So without further ado, I'll shut my face because I'm rambling and let you see the thing. So yeah, I'm lining up the audio that I bounced down with all of these different settings on each time. So this is going to be a pain because I'm going to do like, off, standard, and then another 8. So that's like 10 bounces, but you can watch all of them play through. I got distorted, clean, distorted with a guitar solo. All right, here that comes. Hi, so it's the next day, and I was getting kind of burnt out because I was recording everything late at night, so I just went and uploaded the video. I had a few mistakes, though. I realized that the half step down, I had left one of them on standard, so it sounded completely terrible, and a couple other things, which I'm going to fix now. Hopefully, you just saw it fixed. But anyway, I didn't do any kind of thing as far as, what I thought about the effect and whatnot. I kept saying pretty relentlessly, it reminded me of the tracking of the Digitech drop. There's a few nuanced things, the bass guitar sounded a little different. The drop cuts a little bit of the low end off the bass guitar, and I feel there's a little bit more artifacts and stuff in the sound, but this has less, although it's kind of spongy and slow sounding. With distorted bass, it doesn't matter, but if you were doing clean, it might affect it a little bit. It sounds fine on guitar, clean and distorted. The tone shifts a little bit, but it's negligible. If I was just playing live to some bar or something like that, I probably wouldn't care. It's better than bringing extra guitars, and for recording purposes, especially if I'm using distorted tones and a lot of single note runs, really good. Chords seem fine. I wouldn't want to hit and hold one out though, because I'm not really sure, but the same thing could be said for the Digitech pedal. So it's pretty much on par with that. The only downside is when you hear your strings, if you don't have the volume up loud enough, it kind of messes with your head because you're hearing standard and a drop tune. Overall, I think it performed really well. I think I can ditch my pedal for my purposes, and that's good. I just like to eliminate wires and clutter, so I've been wanting to get rid of that because everything else I do is just completely wireless. I have a Boss wireless system. I plug it right into my interface, and that's all I do, and I like that because it's simple. I don't like a lot of extra stuff. So anyway, I think the effect works pretty well, especially half step, whole step, minor third. As you go down, it gets a little more muddy. That's to be expected. I mean, I don't know how it works, but I'm assuming it's lowering the sample rate, so as you go down, it's going to get a little info loss, but that's about it, I guess. So if you want to subscribe to my channel, I normally do original Christian rock. I make videos showing you how I write songs, just the song videos, and then I usually put up a little guitar solo thing. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.